Tired of leg cramps at night? Try these 10 magnesium superfoods for seniors. Imagine this. You're drifting off into a deep, peaceful sleep when suddenly a sharp pain shoots through your calf. Your leg tightens up like a rock, and it hurts so much you're afraid to even move. Have you ever felt that? If your answer is yes, then this video is for you. Nighttime leg cramps, that silent nightmare affecting millions of people over 60, don't just steal your sleep. They leave you exhausted, with weaker muscles, and even increase your risk of falling during the day. But here's the good news. You don't have to live with it. One common reason behind these painful cramps is a hidden magnesium deficiency, and the solution might already be waiting for you right in your own kitchen. In the next few minutes, I'll share 10 natural magnesium-rich foods that can help relax your muscles, improve circulation, and give you the restful sleep you've been longing for. Are you ready? Let's dive in together. Number 1. Pumpkin seeds. Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night because of a sharp stabbing pain in your calf? The cramp is so intense it feels like someone's twisting and squeezing every fiber of your muscle. You jump out of bed, try massaging it, stretching your leg, but the pain lingers, and before you know it, you've lost an entire night of sleep. The next morning, your legs feel heavy, your heart feels drained, and you wonder how long you can keep living like this. I'm asking because I've heard this exact same story from so many of my patients over the years. Helen, 72, a retired elementary school teacher from Michigan, once told me, "Dr. Harris, I dread going to bed every night, not because of bad dreams, but because of those awful cramps that jolt me awake like an electric shock." And you know what? This isn't just part of getting older. This is your body crying out for help, saying, "I'm missing something. I need support." And one of the most common things your body might be missing is magnesium. You see, magnesium plays a crucial role in helping your muscles relax after they contract. Without enough of it, your muscles stay tense, and that's what leads to those painful middle-of-the-night cramps. Here's the good news. You don't need to rely on expensive supplements or prescription drugs to fix it. Sometimes the answer is as simple as reaching for a handful of pumpkin seeds. When they talk so that. Why pumpkin seeds? Because just a small handful, about 28 grams, gives you nearly 50% of your daily magnesium needs. But that's not all. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in potassium to help balance electrolytes, zinc for muscle and nerve function, plant-based omega-3s to reduce inflammation in your muscles and joints. It's like nature packed these tiny green seeds with everything your muscles crave to stay calm and healthy. Helen took my advice. She started adding a small handful of pumpkin seeds to her breakfast cereal or sprinkling them over her salads. Within 2 weeks, she noticed the cramps were less frequent. If you get a magnet, by week 4, she slept through the night without a single painful wake-up call. She told me, with tears in her eyes, "Dr. Harris, I feel like I got my life back. Something so small made such a big difference." How to get the most out of pumpkin seeds. You can add them to yogurt, oatmeal, or just enjoy them as a crunchy snack. So the next time you're in the grocery store, grab a bag of pumpkin seeds. It's one of the easiest and tastiest ways to support your muscles, improve your sleep, and reclaim your energy. Remember, sometimes the simplest foods hold the greatest power to heal. Are you ready to give your legs the relief they deserve? So how do you get the most out of pumpkin seeds? Here's a little tip. Always choose raw, unsalted seeds. Why? Because the heavily salted and roasted ones are often loaded with sodium and processed oils, and those can interfere with how your body absorbs magnesium. You can eat them straight out of the bag. Organic is even better. Sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal or your lunchtime salad. Or, to boost absorption, soak the seeds overnight in filtered water. This helps remove compounds called phytates, which can block your body from fully absorbing minerals like magnesium. You might be wondering, can such tiny seeds really make a difference? And I get it. I understand that doubt. But remember, sometimes the smallest changes lead to the biggest results. And if your body is one of the 8 out of 10 people over 60 in the US who are magnesium deficient, These little pumpkin seeds might just be the first step to giving you back peaceful, cramp-free nights. Imagine this. You wake up one morning and your legs feel light, pain-free. No more nighttime cramps. No more fear of going to bed wondering when the next one will strike. Just one small handful of pumpkin seeds a day, and you're giving your body the gift of peace, restful sleep, and strong, steady legs to carry you through the meaningful years ahead. Are you ready to give it a try? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Because who knows, your story might inspire someone else out there who's also struggling with sleepless nights, just like Helen or Karen once were. And remember, sometimes the biggest solutions come from the smallest things. Have you ever felt like your legs are crying out for help every single night? The cramp hits so suddenly, so fiercely, that you have to jump out of bed, pacing the floor in the dark trying to massage the tight, aching muscle. That night, you lose sleep. And the next morning, your legs still feel as heavy as stone. I know that feeling, not just because I'm a doctor, but because I've walked alongside hundreds, even thousands, of patients over 50 who've been through the exact same thing. One of them is Robert, 68, a retired mechanic from Arizona. I'll never forget the look in his tired, bloodshot eyes when he told me, "Dr. Harris, I'm afraid to go to bed. I know that in just a few hours, the pain will come again." But would you believe me if I told you that something as simple as a handful of almonds, something you can grab at any grocery store, might be part of the answer? Almonds, though small, are packed with a precious mineral, magnesium. Just 30 grams, about 20 almonds, provides nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs. What does magnesium do? It's like a quiet conductor in an orchestra, helping your muscles relax after they contract, ensuring your nerves send smooth, steady signals, and keeping your heart beating like the old clock in your grandparents' living room. Calm, steady, dependable. But here's the fascinating part. It's how almonds work inside your body. The healthy fats in almonds, the monounsaturated kind, act like tiny boats helping magnesium cross the barriers in your gut and reach the places it's needed most, your tired muscles and those overworked nerves calling out for relief. On top of that, almonds are rich in potassium, a key mineral for balancing electrolytes, and polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that calm inflammation. Together, it's like an orchestra in harmony, bringing your legs the comfort they've been longing for. I know what you might be thinking right now. Can a few little almonds really make that much of a difference? Let me tell you Robert's story. For years, he struggled with nighttime cramps. He tried magnesium supplements, topical creams, even stretching routines, but nothing worked. Then he followed my advice. So simple, he actually laughed. Soak almonds overnight and eat a handful every morning. But just 2 weeks later, Robert called me. This time, his voice sounded different, brighter, more energized. "Dr. Harris, I slept straight through the night, not a single cramp. No more jolting awake in pain." I still remember his quiet laugh as he added, "Who would have thought a few little almonds could do all that?" If you want to give this a try, here's the simplest, yet most effective. Choose almonds with their brown skin still on. That's where most of the polyphenols are, those antioxidants that help protect your blood vessels. Soak about 30 grams, roughly 20 almonds, in filtered water for 8 to 12 hours at room temperature. The next morning, rinse them well and store in the fridge. Eat them within 3 days for the best benefits. Pair them with a small serving of vitamin C-rich fruits like berries or kiwi. Why? Because vitamin C helps your body absorb magnesium more effectively. Important tip: avoid eating almonds at the same time as milk or other high-calcium foods. Calcium and magnesium compete for absorption, and your body may not get the full benefit. You see, sometimes the solution isn't found in expensive supplements or high-tech clinics. It's right there on your kitchen table, in the small, simple things we often overlook. Imagine this. One morning, you wake up without fear of the night before. Your legs feel light, no more stiffness or pain. You step out into your garden, take a deep breath, and realize, I've taken back control of my body. Just one handful of almonds a day, One small change, one big step forward. Are you ready to give it a try? Share your story in the comments below. Who knows, your experience might inspire thousands of others watching this video right now. And remember, sometimes the smallest things can bring the most peaceful nights. Number 3, dark chocolate. I'm willing to bet that when you hear the word chocolate, part of you thinks about a little indulgence. Maybe even a bit of guilty pleasure, right? But would you believe me if I told you that the right kind of chocolate, dark chocolate, low in sugar and rich in cacao, isn't just a treat? It can actually be a natural remedy to help your muscles finally take a deep, relaxing breath. I've seen it happen with dozens of my older patients. And today, I want you to imagine this. What if every bite of silky dark chocolate melting on your tongue didn't just bring bittersweet delight, but also gave you a full night of deep, uninterrupted sleep? Walter, 70, a retired school teacher from Michigan, used to suffer through vicious nighttime cramps. Every night, he'd get out of bed, lean against the wall, and massage his aching legs in the cold darkness. He tried magnesium pills. Nothing changed. Then one day, I suggested something that made him chuckle. Walter, try eating dark chocolate, but it has to be 85% cacao, no sugar, no milk. He laughed out loud. Doctor, are you treating me or just giving me an excuse to eat candy? But just 4 weeks later, Walter called back. This time his voice sounded lighter, full of relief. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night anymore, doctor. The pain, it's gone, like it was never even there. This isn't magic, and it's not a coincidence either. Dark chocolate contains magnesium, a natural medicine for tight, overworked muscles. But that's not all. It also has theobromine, a compound that improves blood flow, relaxes your blood vessels, and calms your nervous system. A study from the University of Lausanne found that adults over 60 who ate just 20 grams of dark chocolate 3 times a week saw up to a 68% reduction in nighttime leg cramps after just 1 month. But here's the catch. Not all chocolate is created equal. You'll want to stay far away from milk chocolate with all its added sugar and unhealthy saturated fats. Those destroy the natural benefits of cacao. Instead, choose dark chocolate with at least 85% cacao. Even better, go for single-origin varieties from Ecuador or Peru, where the cacao is grown and processed in ways that preserve the highest levels of antioxidants. And here's the secret to making your body absorb magnesium even better. 1. Don't eat your dark chocolate straight from the fridge. Let it melt slowly at a low temperature, around 45 degrees. Once it's smooth and silky, sprinkle a little Himalayan pink salt on top. This special salt contains trace minerals that help magnesium work more effectively in your body. Just this small touch of care in how you prepare it, and you can increase magnesium absorption by up to 30%. Now imagine this, it's a cold winter evening. You're sitting by the fireplace, savoring a few bites of gently melted dark chocolate. And in that moment you realize, this little treat isn't just delighting your taste buds, it's quietly helping your legs escape those painful nighttime cramps. This isn't just about nutrition, it's about how you care for yourself, how you honor the body that's carried you through decades of life. Give it a try, just 1 small bar of dark chocolate, 1 small change, but it could be the very first step toward peaceful nights and mornings, free from the fear of cramps. Are you ready to turn a simple treat into a natural remedy? Leave your story in the comments below. I read every single one. And who knows, your experience might be the very thing that inspires someone else, just like Walter's did. There are some things we see every day in life, but it's only when we lose our health that we truly recognize their value. Spinach, that humble green leaf you've probably seen sitting quietly on supermarket shelves. But I want you to know, it's one of nature's most precious gifts for your legs and your sleep. Helen, 72, was a devoted librarian from Michigan. I still remember the day she walked into my clinic, dark circles under her eyes from countless sleepless nights. She told me, I've gotten used to waking up 3 or 4 times every night with cramps in my calves. Sometimes the pain is so intense I'm scared to even close my eyes. Helen had tried everything, from massages and magnesium supplements to pre-bedtime stretching routines. But then she looked at me with a spark of hope when I said, Helen, let nature help you. Try eating steamed spinach 4 times a week. Why spinach? Because just 1 cup, of steamed spinach contains 157 milligrams of magnesium. That's about 40% of your daily needs. Magnesium helps your muscles relax instead of staying tense, keeps your nerves sending smooth, calm signals, and lets your heartbeat stay steady, like the old clock in your living room that's ticked faithfully for decades. But that's not all. Spinach is also rich in potassium to support electrolyte balance, vitamin K to protect your blood vessels and lower the risk of falls in older adults, antioxidants to help your legs fight off the silent aging process. Helen followed my advice. She gently steamed her spinach, just 5 minutes, to preserve as much of its nutrients as possible. Boiling it too long, she learned, can cause up to 60% of the magnesium to leach out into the water. Then she drizzled a little extra virgin olive oil over the warm leaves, because healthy fats act like tiny carriers, helping magnesium travel deeper into your cells. Finally, she added a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Not only did it brighten the flavor, but it also boosted magnesium absorption by up to 3 times. Cine 219.9, just 3 weeks later, Helen came back with a smile I'll never forget. What CC's, Dr. Harris? Last night I slept all the way through. Not a single cramp woke me. It feels like I've gotten a part of my life back. That wasn't magic. That was the power of small, intentional choices. And spinach is one of those choices. Want to try it? Here's how to get the most out of your spinach. Always choose fresh, deep green leaves. Avoid yellowing or wilted ones. Store them unwashed in your vegetable drawer and use within 3 to 4 days to keep their nutrients. When cooking, steam lightly for less than 5 minutes instead of boiling or microwaving. High heat can break down magnesium. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a splash of lemon juice while the leaves are still warm to enhance absorption. Busy? You can pre-steam and store in an airtight container for up to 48 hours. But the sooner you eat it, the better. Aging can bring longer nights and restless sleep. But it's also the time in life when you most deserve peaceful rest and to wake up with strong legs and a calm heart. And sometimes it all starts with a simple plate of greens. Give it a try. A plate of spinach today might just be the key to quiet nights tomorrow. And when you feel the difference, share your story with me, just like Helen did. There's something I often tell my older patients. You don't have to change everything to see results. Sometimes just one small choice each day is enough to change your life. Today, I want to talk about one of those small but powerful choices, the avocado. Did you know 1 medium avocado contains about 58 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 15% of your daily needs? But avocado isn't just about magnesium. It also delivers monounsaturated fats, the heart-healthy kind that help transport magnesium right to where your body needs it most. Potassium, critical for balancing electrolytes, which is key for relaxing your muscles. Vitamin E, to protect your blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Every bite of avocado you take is like sending a love letter to your muscles and nerves saying, "I'm taking care of you. You can rest easy now." George, 72, a retired English teacher from Ohio, once said something to me that I'll never forget. "Doctor, I thought leg cramps were just part of getting older, until I met you." For years, George woke up almost every night with tight, painful calves. He tried stretching, magnesium pills, but nothing seemed to work. Then I suggested a simple change to his breakfast. A slice of whole grain toast topped with avocado, a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds, and a few slices of tomato. Just 3 weeks later, George came back, his face lit up with joy. "Last night I slept straight through. No cramps, no pain. Doctor, I feel like I'm young again." Avocados aren't just delicious, they're a gentle way of telling your body, "Relax, I'm nourishing you from the inside out." My pro tips for enjoying avocados. Choose naturally ripened avocados. They should give slightly under gentle pressure, with no dark spots on the skin. Pair your avocado with a pinch of Himalayan pink salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. It not only enhances the flavor, but also helps your body absorb magnesium more effectively. Avoid eating avocado alongside high-calcium foods like milk, since calcium and magnesium can compete for absorption. If you're busy, try this avocado smoothie. Half-ripe avocado, 1 banana, 200 ml almond milk or oat milk, 1 tablespoon raw honey. Blend it all together, and you've got a creamy, delicious drink that's as good for your legs as it is for your taste buds. You see, health doesn't just come from doctors' offices or medicine bottles. It begins with small, intentional choices, like the avocado you place on your breakfast table. Now imagine, one morning, you wake up with legs that no longer ache, your body full of energy, your mind refreshed, and it all started with one small bite of avocado today. Are you ready to give it a try? Share your story with me in the comments. Who knows? You might be the inspiration someone else needs to finally break free from sleepless, cramp-filled nights. And don't forget, sometimes the best way to love yourself is to start with something as green, soft, and simple as an avocado. Do you remember the last time you slept all the way through the night without being jolted awake by painful cramps in your calves? I know, for many of us, that feeling has become a distant memory. Today I want to share with you a tiny seed that has helped many of my patients rediscover those peaceful nights. It's called quinoa, a super seed that's been nourishing people for thousands of years. You might be thinking, oh, isn't quinoa just another trendy health food? But let me tell you about George, 72 years old, a retired history teacher from Ohio. George came to see me with a weary face and heavy legs. Night after night, he was being woken up by painful cramps that left him exhausted every morning. He said to me, Dr. Harris, I tried switching to magnesium supplements, but my body doesn't seem to absorb them. I smiled and said, George, let nature help you. Try replacing white rice with quinoa a few times a week. Just 4 weeks later, George walked back into my clinic with a bright smile. Doctor, last night I slept straight through. No pain, no middle of the night wake-ups. I feel like I'm young again. So what makes quinoa so special? Just 1 cup of cooked quinoa gives you about 120 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 1/3 of your daily needs. But it's not just about magnesium. Quinoa is also a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, supporting muscle repair and recovery after those painful cramps. Add to that potassium and iron, which improve blood circulation and help reduce the risk of nighttime cramps. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that adults over 60 who ate quinoa at least 4 times a week experienced a 50% reduction in nighttime cramps within just 6 weeks. Now imagine this, a simple dinner where you swap your usual white rice for quinoa, light, fluffy, with a subtle nutty aroma. Night after night, your legs begin to feel calmer. Your sleep becomes deeper, more continuous. You wake up refreshed. Finally, the second pass that propacing working for us. Here's how to unlock quinoa's full potential. Believing it's amazing on total work and telling him minimal in packages over burns using programs. For more restive natural coating, saponin can taste bitter and block mineral absorption. Cook it in low-sodium vegetable broth instead of plain water to add extra minerals. Once cooked, drizzle with extra virgin olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. This helps magnesium absorb more effectively into your gut. Enjoy quinoa as a side dish. Toss it in a cold salad or even as a wholesome breakfast bowl with fruit and nuts. Aging can bring changes we don't always expect. Longer nights of restless sleep, tired legs, tight muscles. But this stage of life is also when you most deserve a healthy body and the deep, peaceful sleep you've been longing for. Let a small bowl of quinoa be the first step on that journey. Are you ready to give it a try? Start today. And when you feel the difference, when your legs stay calm through the night, when your mornings feel full of energy, share your story. Your story just might inspire thousands of other older adults watching this video, people who are also longing for a full, restful night's sleep. There's a question I often hear from my older patients. Doctor, why do I still get leg cramps even though I eat pretty well? I usually respond with a gentle smile and say, you might be missing something, a gift the ocean has been offering us for thousands of years. Today I want to share with you that very gift, wild salmon. Did you know just one 100-gram serving of wild salmon provides about 30 milligrams of magnesium, along with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, a powerful trio to help keep those nighttime leg cramps at bay. Magnesium relaxes your muscles. Omega-3 reduces inflammation and improves blood circulation. Vitamin D supports mineral absorption and strengthens your muscles and bones. Linda, 65, a retired photographer from Oregon, loved the ocean. But in recent years, she couldn't even walk out to photograph the sunset because of wild leg cramps that left her legs trembling. She had tried magnesium supplements, pain relievers, but nothing seemed to help. So I asked her, "Linda, have you ever tried letting the ocean help you?" She looked at me, puzzled. I smiled and said, "Eat wild salmon 3 times a week. No need for heavy frying or fancy recipes. Just a light bake with olive oil and lemon." Just 3 weeks later, Linda called me. Her voice sounded lighter, full of relief. "Doctor, I walked along the beach yesterday, no cramps, nothing holding me back. It feels like my legs are 10 years younger." That wasn't magic. It was the power of natural nutrition. When you choose what your body truly needs. Here's how to get the most out of wild salmon. Choose wild-caught salmon instead of farmed. Wild salmon has higher levels of omega-3s and fewer environmental toxins. Bake or steam lightly to preserve nutrients. Avoid deep frying as high heat can destroy the delicate omega-3 fatty acids. When serving, drizzle a little extra virgin olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to help your body absorb magnesium more effectively. Pair your salmon with leafy greens or quinoa for a well-balanced meal that supports your muscles from every angle. Now imagine this. You're enjoying a cozy dinner, each bite of tender, fragrant salmon, melting in your mouth, and deep down, this simple meal is helping your legs relax, your muscles unwind, and your sleep grow deeper and more peaceful. Machination, join us. Are you ready to let the ocean help your legs heal? Try this for a few weeks and share your results with me. Because who knows, your story might become a beacon of hope for someone else. Someone lying awake at night, struggling with the same exhausting cramps. Next 2 weeks, have you ever watched a sunflower? It always turns toward the sun, steadfast in its search for light. I like to think of sunflower seeds, the tiny children of that bright flower, as carrying the same gentle healing energy of sunlight. And today I want to share with you how these little rays of sunshine can help your legs break free from nighttime cramps and bring you the peaceful sleep you've been longing for. Did you know? Just 30 grams of sunflower seeds, about a small handful, contains 91 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 23% of your daily needs. The magnesium in these seeds helps your muscles relax and calms the chaotic nerve signals that often trigger cramps at night. But that's not all. Sunflower seeds also deliver vitamin E to protect blood vessels and reduce inflammation, selenium and zinc to support smooth nerve function, polyunsaturated fats, healthy fats that act like tiny carriers, helping magnesium and other minerals travel more easily through your bloodstream. I remember Mary, 67, a homemaker from Colorado. She once spoke to me in a quiet, weary voice, "Doctor, I wake up every single night because of cramps. It feels like my legs are tying me down to the bed." We tried many approaches, from magnesium supplements to bedtime stretching routines, but the results were minimal. Then one day, I suggested something simpler. "Mary, why not try adding a small handful of sunflower seeds to your day? Choose the raw, unsalted kind, no roasted oils. Sprinkle them over your breakfast or toss them into your lunchtime salad." Mary gave it a try, and just 2 weeks later, she called me back, her voice lighter. "Doctor, I've had 2 nights of uninterrupted sleep, and in the morning my legs no longer feel like heavy blocks of wood." Here's how to get the most out of sunflower seeds. Choose raw, unsalted seeds, as added salt and industrial oils can interfere with magnesium absorption. To further boost absorption, soak the seeds in filtered water for 4 to 6 hours, then drain and store them in the fridge. Eat within 3 days. Pair them with vitamin C-rich foods, like berries, to enhance your body's ability to absorb minerals. You can sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal, toss them into your lunchtime salad for extra crunch and flavor. Enjoy them as a healthy snack instead of cookies or chips. You see, good health doesn't always come from big, sweeping changes. Sometimes it begins with small, simple choices, like the handful of sunflower seeds you hold in your hand. Imagine this. One night, you drift into a deep, peaceful sleep. No more being jolted awake by aching legs. And the next morning, you wake up feeling light, refreshed, ready to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Are you ready to let these little rays of sunshine warm your legs in your sleep? Give it a try. In just a few weeks, you might feel the difference. And if you do, share your story in the comments below. You never know, your story might become the light that guides someone else through their own long, sleepless nights. There are some things so simple, so ordinary, that we often forget their true power. Take the banana, that familiar fruit sitting in your kitchen. But did you know it could be the key to keeping your leg? A Colchin other love of calories on a level days at calm through the night, free from those sudden cramps that jolt you awake. Here's why. One medium banana contains about 32 milligrams of magnesium, a modest amount but highly absorbable. And it's also rich in potassium, the mineral that helps balance electrolytes in your body and reduces muscle tightness. You see, even a slight deficiency in potassium and magnesium is enough to trigger those nighttime cramps that leave so many older adults waking up with calves that feel locked in place. I think of Richard, 75, a retired Navy veteran from Florida. He once told me, "Harris, I've been fighting battles my whole life, but these nighttime leg cramps, they're the enemy that's breaking me." Richard had tried magnesium pills, warm oil massages, but nothing worked. So I suggested something very simple. Richard, each night before bed, eat a ripe banana. And if you like, pair it with a few soaked almonds. Let's see what happens. Just 2 weeks later, Richard sent me a photo, standing on the beach, arms raised high, with a message that read, "Doctor, I slept 7 hours straight last night. No more screaming in the night. No more waking up with aching legs." Here's how to get the most out of bananas. Eat 1 to 2 ripe bananas daily, ideally in the evening to support restful sleep. Pair them with healthy fats, like almonds or avocado, to boost magnesium absorption. Avoid eating bananas with sugary drinks or caffeine, as they can disrupt your mineral balance. Try this sleep smoothie. 1 ripe banana, 1 tablespoon almond butter, 200 milliliters almond milk or oat milk, a pinch of cinnamon for extra flavor. Blend everything together and drink it 30 minutes before bed. You know, aging doesn't take away our ability to sleep well. It's simply a gentle reminder that our bodies need to be nourished differently, more gently, more naturally. 1 ripe golden banana, a bedtime snack, could be the reminder your body has been waiting for. Are you ready to let your legs rest? To make every night a do-it journey free from pain? Give it a try and share your results with me. Because who knows, your story might be the light someone else needs to finally escape their own long, restless nights. There are some foods we often call humble, simple, unassuming, and part of family meals for generations. But sometimes it's these very humble foods that hold the greatest healing power. Today, I want to share one such food with you. Black beans, or, as I like to call them, nature's little black gems. Did you know? Just 1 cup of cooked black beans contains up to 120 milligrams of magnesium, nearly 30% of your daily needs. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and prevents those chaotic nerve signals that lead to cramps. But black beans don't stop there. They're also rich in plant-based protein to rebuild and repair muscles after nights of cramping, potassium and iron to improve circulation and deliver oxygen to every muscle fiber, fiber to stabilize blood sugar levels, helping you sleep through the night without disruptions. I think of Eleanor, 70, a mother of 5 from Texas. She came into my clinic with sunken eyes and a weary voice. "Harris, I've gotten used to my calves cramping in the middle of the night, but lately, they're coming more often. It's wearing me down." We had tried supplements, essential oil massages, even pre-sleep stretches, but nothing seemed to help. So I asked her, "Do you like black bean soup?" She gave a faint smile. "I used to make it for my family, but it's been a long time." And I encouraged her, "Go back to it. Just 1 to 2 meals with black beans each week, paired with leafy greens and a drizzle of olive oil." 3 weeks later, Eleanor called me. Her voice was lighter now, even playful at times. "I've had 5 straight nights of good sleep, doctor. No cramps waking me up. It's hard to believe one bowl of black beans could make such a difference. Here's how to get the most out of black beans. Soak the beans for at least 8 hours before cooking to remove phytates, natural compounds that can block mineral absorption. Cook them in low-sodium vegetable broth instead of plain water to enhance their mineral content. Avoid adding too much salt or fatty meats to your bean dishes. These can counteract the heart-healthy benefits. Pair your black beans with steamed spinach or quinoa for a magnesium and protein-rich meal that supports your muscles fully. You see, sometimes what your body needs most isn't an expensive bottle of pills, but a simple steaming bowl of soup, carrying the warmth of memories and the healing power of nature. Now imagine this. You're enjoying a comforting bowl of black beans on a chilly evening. A few hours later, you drift into a deep, uninterrupted sleep, no more being jolted awake by painful calf cramps. Are you ready to let these little black gems nourish your legs and your sleep? Try it. And when you feel the difference, share your story with me. Because sometimes your story might be the guiding light for someone else, someone lost in their own long, sleepless nights. Remember, nighttime cramps aren't just painful, they bring anxiety, the fear of facing another long night, tossing and turning, waking up exhausted. But you're not powerless. When the cramps come, know this. Just a few small steps can help you take back control. This is the emergency routine I've taught to hundreds of my older patients, and it's helped them rediscover peaceful sleep. 1. Stand up and walk on a cool floor. Let your bare feet touch the cool surface. The nerve reflexes in your feet will send calming signals to your muscles, helping the cramp release. 2. Sip the recovery drink. Mix a warm glass of water with 1. Take small sips. This allows your body to quickly absorb the minerals it needs. 3. Use acupressure to unlock your muscles. Gently press with your thumb, hold for 10 to 15 seconds, and breathe deeply. 4. Try contrast therapy, hot and cold. Apply a warm compress for 30 seconds, then a cold compress for 20 seconds. Repeat this cycle 3 times to stimulate circulation and relax the muscle faster. 5. Avoid common mistakes. 6. Recover gently. Take a slow 5-minute walk to encourage blood flow, then drink a glass of magnesium water plus magnesium chloride, and apply a green clay compress to the affected muscle for 20 minutes. You see, just a few simple steps and natural ingredients, all within your reach, can make a big difference. When you combine these emergency measures with a magnesium-rich diet from the foods we've talked about, you're giving your body a gift: strong legs, peaceful sleep, and renewed energy for the day ahead. Aging doesn't mean accepting pain. It's a gentle reminder to love your body more, to cherish every breath, every step. Start today. One small change, a banana, a handful of almonds, a bowl of quinoa, or even a warm glass of water at night, could be the first step toward a life free from the fear of restless nights. Try it. And when you feel the difference, share your story. You're not just changing your own life, you might change someone else's too. You deserve a strong, healthy body. You deserve nights of deep, uninterrupted sleep and mornings full of energy. Dear friend, your health is your greatest gift, and sometimes one small change today can bring you restful nights and vibrant days tomorrow. If this video helped you, hit like to spread the word to more people. And don't forget to subscribe. Every week you'll get natural, science-backed health tips designed especially for people over 50. Share your story in the comments below. You never know, your experience might inspire someone who's desperately searching for hope. Share this video with friends and family, because sometimes a small share can change someone's entire life. Take care of yourself, love your legs, your heart, your whole body, and I'll see you in the next video.